There are 8 gates of the watches. And the first gate of the watches is 6 a.m. in the morning, which is the first hour of the day. 6 a.m. in the morning. And I told us that that hour is the hour of communion and fellowship. The Bible said early in the morning, Jesus will look for a solitary place to do what? To have fellowship, koinonia, communion with God. Let's look at Mark chapter 1, verse 32. He said, and at even, when the sun did set, they brought unto him all that were diseased, and them that were possessed with what? Devils. Next verse. And all the city were gathered together at the door. So when Jesus Christ commune and fellowship with God in the morning, it is time now for work. So when he sees those who are afflicted, he has the ability to bring healing to them, because already he has been able to tap into the power of the divine. The second gate of the day is the third hour of the day, which I've told us before, which is 9 a.m. You see, between 9 a.m. and 12 noon is the time that you are very active at your place of work. That is why you agree with me that most times you go to work, the best time that you put in all in your work is between 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Immediately you go for lunch and come back, you are tired. Because most often by 2 you have a meeting. But for productivity, it's between 9 a.m. to 12 noon. So that is the time to kill the flesh. It is the time to scourge the flesh. So the third hour of the day, or which is called the second gate, in the time of the watches is 9 a.m. An hour of scourging the flesh and transformation. At that hour, you kill the flesh, you are transformed. That is why at the third hour, Jesus was crucified. And the third gate is 12 noon, which is the 6th hour. 6th hour, Acts chapter 10, verse 9. The 6th hour, I remember telling us, is the hour of intercession and evangelism for nations. So you see where we are coming from. One of the ways to participate in the agenda of God is through soul winning. So there is a time where you participate with God in the realms of the spirit, which is the 6th hour, the hour of intercession and evangelism. For what? For nations. It was at the 6th hour, on the morrow, as they went up their journey and drawn near unto the city, Peter went upon the housetop to pray at about what? The 6th hour. So there is something about 12 noon in the calendar of God. There is a certain traffic that happens. There are angelic beings that travel at that hour. Some of those angels are what we call the reaper angels in the realms of God. So there is a time they are set so that the activities will be fruitful in the realms of God. Remember, it was at the 6th hour salvation came to us. He said, kill and eat. Peter said, no, why should I kill what is unclean to eat? He said, kill and eat. And then when he took off upon his journey, he needed to go to a man who was also fraternizing with God in another hour, which is the 9th hour of the day, 3 p.m., which is referred to as the hour of mercy. The Bible said Cornelius began to pray, a devout man, and an angel of the Lord appeared to him, because salvation will need to come to Cornelius. Mercy needed to visit Cornelius. So he triggered something, and then the next day at the hour, the 6th hour, Peter didn't know what happened. He just went up to the top house to begin to pray. And salvation came to the house of Cornelius. And that is why salvation came to the Gentiles. Remember also that it was at the 6th hour that Jesus saw the woman at the well, the Samaritan woman. And what did Jesus do? He ministered unto her, and salvation came to the woman. It is not luck. It is by the rhythms of the Spirit, participating with the agenda of God in this end time or in this last day. And the next gate is 3 p.m. And I remember telling us 3 p.m. is the 9th hour, the hour of mercy. And that is when oblations rise up to God. It's also the hour of prayer. That is why Cornelius was praying at that hour. You know, Daniel was also praying at 3 p.m. for God to have mercy for Israel. So I've read the books that Jeremiah gave a prophecy of, but God have mercy. Then the 12th hour, which is 6 p.m. in the evening, is also the hour of what? Fellowship and communion. That is when Jesus Christ will gather up his disciples. They will break bread and take communion for supper.